The gospel text of today, the focus is not rested on external show of a person, but the inner life of a person. The inner life of a person. That is what matters most to God. Any other things that we do in regards to faith, which does not reflect the inner life of a person, it is just an external show. It is just a drama. It is just a katemba. The religious practices that we display so that people see, they really do not matter to God. In the gospel text of today, as Jesus was passing with his disciples, the disciples began to pluck the head of the grains because they were passing through the field of the grain. And then the Pharisees, they saw, they witnessed whatsoever happened. And now, boom, with the question, why do your disciples do this on a Sabbath? Why do your disciples do this on a Sabbath? For them, it was not right. For them, it was not right. Sometimes we are tempted to think that the more time I spend in the church, that is what matters to God. Sometimes we are tempted to think that the more time I double my efforts to go for overnight every Friday. Sometimes we are tempted to think so. I even hear some prophets, some pastors, they say, if I cannot speak in tongues 24/7, then what am I doing? Speaking in tongues for 24/7, speaking in tongues for the whole day, that is what matters to God. We are tempted to think so. That is wrong completely. We are getting it wrong completely. The most important thing is, to God and I, is my life. And the inner life, it is only the inner life that matters. The love of the neighbor, the love of God, my actions, my attitudes towards each other, my relations. No one is an island. Do I live a lonely life simply because I have made money? And so I think that if I invite so and so into my life, they just want to come and partake of whatsoever I have worked for. We are all getting it wrong. Living in harmony with each other and with all creation. In harmony, living in harmony with each other and with all creation. This is what matters to God. Not to go and spend the whole night in the church, not to go for overnight every Friday. It's not about speaking in tongues 24/7. Speaking in tongues 24/7, these are external shows. But the inner beauty of the spiritual life, this is what matters to God.